is when you tow, it's about a 9-minute tow, dependent. Well, oh, oh my word! How did we catch that? Oh Jesus! I thought that was over. Then I was about to just swear and say, right, not uploading this one then. Hello guys and welcome to another video. Sorry if I've frightened you today with my face all blown up like this as opposed to sitting in a little tiny box like it normally is at the start of the video. But we've got the new setup, we've got the X-T3 as the main camera, so I figured make use of that resolution and sort of just increase the camera size a bit. So yeah, apologies if you don't like seeing my face. Leave a comment below and I will hide it next time. But yeah, we are at the Nurburgring today. I think the last race we did there was in the MX-5 and that was before Christmas. And there were no series that were sort of racing there that I wanted to do. I know Skip Barber was there last week, but those cars are absolutely terrifying. And driving a terrifying car around an already terrifying circuit does not make for a combination that I want to do just yet. But today we're in the Radical. So the Radical is an interesting car to drive. It has loads of grip. You can absolutely chuck it into corners. And if you're brave enough, you don't have to lift your throttle too often. But it takes a while to build that trust with this car. And it wasn't until today that I'd actually ever driven it before. So we are jumping in at the deep end, you know, throwing around 5 laps of the Nurburgring in this car. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We did do this race earlier and it was absolutely hilarious, like the first lap. We basically started from the pits and we couldn't leave the pits because there was a crash in front of the pit exit that blocked it. So when that happens at the start of the race, you know you're in for a good time. So yeah, that whole first lap was just chaos. I think we got to that lap 3 and then we binned it ourselves. And of course on the Nurburgring, if you have to tow, you may as well just quit the race because it's 9 minutes and then there's no quick repair in this series anyway. So that was another 16 minutes and it's just, yeah, race over. So second attempt and it was a great race. We started from the pits again, but we were actually fighting for a podium at the end. God knows how. But yeah, we were fighting for a podium and it was a great result. And I'm not going to spoil it, but I did something that I thought I'd never do at the Nurburgring. And I couldn't be more pleased that it happened, especially in a brand new car. But anyway, guys, let's head over to the grid now. Oh, and big news, we are at 100 subscribers or 101 even. So thank you so much to anyone who has subscribed. Any one of you who has clicked that subscribe button and is still watching my content. I am so grateful. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure why you do, but whatever I'm doing that's right and is keeping you coming back, I'll make sure I keep doing it. But thank you so much. And yeah, I really appreciate you. And to anyone else who isn't subscribed, if you could click that subscribe button, it would mean the world to me. But yeah, maybe wait and see if you like the race first. But anyway, let's head over to the grid now and see how we got on.
26.
Oh, guys, please
26
save me from this game.
Okay, Toby, get ready.
I really need to stop playing it.
Go, go, go.
It's stressing me out now. But what better way to e-stress than to... Oh, God, no one else is going. Yeah, what better way to e-stress and do the Nurburgring
Looks like you're clear on the
in the Radical? Oh, look. An accident already.
Can you hold a line?
So this race is an absolute... You thought MX-5s were bad, honestly. MX-5s have nothing on this. Oh, God. We're going like 5 mile an hour this whole lap, are we?
Don't have eyes or something? Please keep the eyes open, man.
Who's he talking to? I've got eyes, so you must not be talking to me. God, I just want to put my foot down, but... Okay, yeah, there's someone going for safety rating right there. You can spot the safety rating, guys, because they're just like, please leave me alone. So I need safety rating and I need I rating. I've had two bad evenings now. Yeah, there's another one.
On your right. Right side's clear.
I'm trying to do a couple of live streams, and I'm sure you've seen. And yeah, my computer apparently doesn't like trying to live stream, and it's just crashed iRacing twice. And obviously, when you when you drop out the race before you even start, you finish last, so you lose a load of I rating. And yeah, it's just not been great. I think I've lost 250 I rating. So we're down to 0.8. So anyway, this video basically is me talking to you while we go around the Nordschleife. Have a happy little chat, just us guys. We will try and race the 14th. Start at 25th. But...
Yellow flag.
Oh. Where? So I think we're looking at about 5 laps, 4 laps maybe, 4 or 5 laps in a 30-minute race. It's about 6 minutes a lap. Well, sorry, 6.5 minutes a lap. Oh, dude, what are you doing? The last race I did on this, I pretty much did a split, I swear, with people who just did not know the circuit. Oh, like this guy doesn't seem to. Oh. Come on. I need to get past him. Oh, God. God, this is bad, isn't it? Is he going to let us pass? Probably not. Right, sorry if I'm a bit quiet at the moment. Obviously, I'm just fixated on this dude at the moment because we need to get past him. He's not going to let us pass easily, though.
On your right. Oh, clear right.
Oh, thank God for that. Right, anyway, so now I can start talking to you guys again. What was I saying before? I said we were going to have a chat. What were we talking about before? So this circuit in this car, a lot of fun, but stay in the carousel. Go on, stay in it, stay in it. Thank you. Yeah, a lot of fun, but this car, unlike the MX-5, will not catch you if you make a mistake.
The gap behind is now 0.4.
Oh.
Clear left.
Let's let him pass. If I would have tried to defend that at those speeds, we'd have probably got taken out. So best just to let him go. I think he was quicker than us anyway at the rate he was catching us and sticking with us. Hello, YouTube corner. Oh, man. I love this circuit,
The gap in front
but
is increasing. It's now 2.0.
you were just on edge the whole time. By the way, if my camera does drop out during this race, it might do. So we may have to go to the over-the-shoulder cam. I had a problem earlier with it dropping out for some reason. I've just not had a lot of luck, to be honest, with computers these last couple of days. Right, let's go over the wheel. Oh!
Labby is now in the lead.
Oh, we're lucky you didn't get off track there. Man, just... when you spin like that, just keep your bloody foot on the brakes. Why are you moving about? Oh. So yeah, I've played around with the settings a bit. They're not quite perfect yet. I think I still need to maybe zoom in a bit, lower the exposure. So one thing I did do is cancel out the low light exposure. For some reason that always comes on by default, so I've turned that off. Right, let me just concentrate on this a second. So difficult braking over that corner because you're basically braking over a bump and it just throws the whole car off no matter where you start braking. Always easy to go off there. Right, do we still have camera? Oh, we've still got it, so we're still there. I don't know if it's a battery thing, but yeah, just keep switching off. But when you look at the battery, it's apparently full. So I might just have a battery that's not holding much charge.
Gap's now 4.5.
Right. So I haven't even looked where we are. 8th, wow, okay. Catching a guy in front. I think the guy behind us is catching us though. You always think 4.9 seconds is a massive gap, but of course on a lap that takes... Oh, that's such a bad little section for me. Yeah, on a lap that's 6.5 minutes, that's not very long at all. If you really want no pressure, you basically need a gap of about 30 seconds.
The gap behind is now 4.8 seconds.
So this time I actually remembered to map a button to tearing off the visor. Because it does get quite sketchy when you can't really see. I don't know if I've already said this, but the line between braking too much and locking up, which if you do in this car, it's game over, you're just a passenger, and then not braking enough, is just such a fine margin. The amount of times I've locked up when I, barely been braking at all, but obviously aero is such a big factor in this car compared to something like the MX-5.
Now 2.0 seconds.
Yeah, sorry guys if I'm not as chatty as I normally am. I'm sure you understand, like the Nurburgring, you pretty much concentrate in 24/7. There's obviously the long straights that you can ease off a bit, but they soon over with. Oh god. Oh god. Dude. Oh man. Just let me pass, mate.
Car right. Clear right.
I mean, screwed me over big time then, even though you did let me pass
Well
in
done,
the end.
Toby. Good pass. Eyes front.
I'm not sure he even saw I was behind him, to be fair. I let him off. Oh, just about stuck in the carousel there. Really difficult to get this car to stick in there. So, similar to the MX-5, but far more so, is this car is basically How big are your balls? Because there's corners that you can go flat out if you've got the balls to do it, but
The gap ahead is now 4.0 seconds.
you are already on edge with this car as it is, so with corners like that, when you're going flat out, you just you are like a hairline away from going off. And the trouble with going off on a race like this is that the sorry, just go around this corner, is when you tow, it's about a 9-minute tow, depending. Well, oh oh my word, how did we catch that? Oh Jesus, I thought that was over then. I was about to just swear and say, right, not uploading this one then. But yeah, depending where you are on the lap, it's about a 9-minute tow. Oh man, I have no idea how we saved that one then. Very lucky.
The gap behind is now 1.5 seconds.
Oh God, what is going on in this car? I've surely not lost the tyres already. But something's not right, because it's just I'm losing the car a lot easier. It's not feeling as planted as it did in the first lap. Which isn't good news for me, because it's like this already on a second lap. We've got another 3 to go. Or thereabouts. Oh man. How are we doing? Oh. Pay attention, Toby. That guy must have had a pretty bad last couple of corners because, yeah, he's hemorrhaging time. Or it might be the guy that actually that passed us and we had a load of damage. And obviously he's going to lost a lot of top end. So that'd explain why his speed's... or he's losing so much time there. Oh, nearly locked up then. Flashbacks to when we locked up in the Mazda there.
7th position. 3 laps of fuel remaining.
Oh, that corner, man.
You're reeling this car in. The gap's now 2.7 seconds.
The force feedback in this car is nuts. It's so much stronger. It's like playing ACC. It's just really is quite intense. So obviously GT7 came out today, but I cannot play it on the rig. So I am excited and I will put some time into it. But obviously I won't be able to do it on stream or on video because I can't play it on the rig. And there's no real easy way for me to bring it in here and hook up to the computer. I don't have a capture card. I can put it through the cam link, but that adds quite a bit of latency. So it's not great when you're playing a driving game with a lot of input lag. Oh, yeah, this car, man. I don't know what's going on with it. It's not the nice, secure car that we had in the first lap. I'd be amazed if the tyres have fallen off already. But it's just maybe a bit more cautious than I normally would be. Right, Toby, stop looking at Streamlabs.
Okay, Toby, you're gaining on this car. The gap is 0.6.
Oh, dude!
On your left. Clear left.
Oh, man. He nearly very cost us the race end because you saw that we locked up. Thankfully, we weren't going too fast. Or we'd have been going into that wall. God, that was close. Right, this is the after this straight, this is when this track gets a little hairy for me in this car.
The gap behind is now 1.1.
Oh dear. It's exhausting. This one. So I just did a VRS sprint at Imola, and that felt like a breeze compared to this. So I can drop down to 5th there. But, to be honest, I'm happy having
Yellow flag.
Ooh, freebie. Oh, yeah. Bit too hot going into the carousel. I don't know how many visors you have to tear off. Like, I'm being conservative at the moment because I don't want to keep tearing off. I mean, I know my screen probably doesn't look too dirty on the recording, but there's just a bit of dirt that is quite distracting. Yeah, this is definitely the sketchy part for me. This is going down into YouTube corner now. It's just car, you can feel it through the wheel. It's just so ready to give out on you. I think this is where we...
4.3 seconds.
Yeah, this is where we had the near-death experience before, wasn't it? So that's why I'm just being a little more careful on the throttle there. Lifting off there. This is what I mean, though, what I said earlier. If you've got the bollocks... Sorry, YouTube. If you've got the balls to keep your foot on the gas and not lift off, because you don't need to. This car will grip. It has a lot more grip than you'd expect. It's just learning to trust a car and accept that grip. Which, unfortunately, this is basically the first time since playing iRacing that I've used this car. So I just don't have that trust in it yet. It will come. And compared to when I first started this this practice, like earlier on in the day, I've definitely got more used to the car and knowing where the limits are and when to ease off. But yeah, it's not something you're going to get in an afternoon. Right, so we've got 15 minutes left. So probably, well, 2.5 laps. I'm guessing it will be free then.
P5, 2 laps left. Okay, Toby, we're halfway home. Should be about 2 laps remaining on this tank.
Oh, so there's Jim, there's 2 laps left and there's 2 laps of fuel left. Oh, jeez. Okay. I mean, I don't think I have to do any fuel saving. I shouldn't have to.
The gap in front is now 4.4 seconds.
Ah, Jim, I'm not worried about the gap in front. We're 5th. Jeez, man. It's been a lonely race. Well, a lonely race after about lap 1, but yeah. And I really want to start chatting and just tell you about like plans I got, because I've got some good plans now. I'm starting to get some good ideas for the channel, but I just also know if I chat too much, I'm gonna have a lapse in concentration. I'm gonna ruin this whole race for me. Right, there goes another visor. Hopefully we got a few more yet. Oh man, this car is a lot of fun though. I'd love to see some top split guys race this car around here. It must just be like when you watch a proper hot lap of like guys in real cars doing it, and you're just thinking, how is that car sticking to the road? It must just be like that, because I feel like that now with this, and I'm driving it way beyond or safer than it can be driven. Oh. The other thing about this car as well, unlike the MX-5 where you can get away with hitting the curbs as long as you're sensible, in this car, if you hit a curb, 9 times out of 10 you're dead. Like, almost literally as well. You are going into the barrier.
The gap ahead is now 3.9.
Right. So yeah, I'm looking at getting a drive hub so I can maybe hook the PlayStation up to the rig. So I do want to do some GT7 content. I played it for an hour this morning, you know, before work, and it was a lot of nostalgia, because I haven't played a GT game, a Gran Turismo game, probably since, like properly I mean, since probably 3. I didn't really play 4. And then Sport, 5 and Sport I never really got into, just because it felt like those were obviously more geared towards online. And I'm just never really got into it. Oh, we're catching up here. See, we did stick in a carousel then, but we didn't need to be going that slow, I don't think. Oh, I just hate this section, man.
The gap in front is now 2.5.
Don't really, again, I said it before, I don't really care about the gap here. If we can get a freebie, I'll take it, but I'm not going to push. So last year when I went to the Nurburgring and we were at YouTube Corner, it's completely dead compared to that. No caravans, a lot of umbrellas, and yeah, not many people sticking around. It was horrible. We had good weather all trip, and then when we got to the Nurburgring, the one day we were actually at the track, it was just absolutely chucking it down. Oh! So what is my best time so far? 6:49. See, that's slow. Oh, that noise was involuntary. That was pure fear. So when you're on the straight, I'm going to look at how much fuel I got left. So we've apparently got 2 laps of fuel remaining, which is good because, yeah, we're going to have 1 more lap at least. And it means I don't really have to hold off.
The gap behind is now 9.1.
Thanks, Jim. Well, it says we've only gained, in the top left in the standing, it says we only gained 4 positions. But obviously that was based on where we'd have started if we didn't start in the pits. So we started basically last because we let everyone leave.
Push now. The guy behind is catching.
Jim, not now.
Last lap. We think you'll be out of fuel on the next lap.
Good job you said it's the last lap then, Jim, eh? There's a thought in my head right now, but I don't want to voice it because I'm worried I'm going to jinx it. I'll give you a clue though. It's about the incident points we got at the moment. Oh right, okay.
The gap in front is
I need to stop being so safe now. Obviously, it's 10-second gap behind us, but if we drive like that, that will not be a 10-second gap by the end of the lap. And the trouble with this circuit is, if you're basically within a second and a half, you've got an easy overtake on the long straight. So you need to make sure you're at least 2 seconds clear when you get to the straight. Otherwise, you're in draft and it's game over. If I really pushed, and I'm not going to, but we could get a podium here. Maybe not catch 3rd place, but we could definitely get 4th. Why am I trying to upshift? Ooh, curb. Right, that gap is coming down. I need to get a move on. Oh, I hate being close behind someone. This dirty air is a thing in this game. Like that, I'm really struggling behind him. Because these cars are so all about, well, not all about, but quite a lot about aero. I just don't want to overtake him. I'd be stupid to ruin my race on this last lap. Oh, good save. Good save, mate. Good save, that. Is he going to let us pass?
Car left. Clear left.
Yes. I think he backed off. Either that or he's got damage and he's down on top speed.
Great move. Keep it up.
Thanks, Jim. Right, can we keep this gap? Because as I said, if we get to the end of the lap and he's within, well, it's where he is now, that sort of difference, and he'll be overtaking us. So we need to make sure... Oh, there you go, 2 seconds.
1.8 seconds.
He's obviously got damage. Either that or he's like me and he's got 0x and he's terrified of spinning it. Woohoo! God, almost shaking my arm off. Force feedback in these cars, man. Absolutely nuts.
Gaining on this car. The gap is
Oh,
1.6.
Jim, don't make me race now. Especially not in this section. Oh dear.
Yellow flag.
Oh, let's not, please not have a lap car ruin it for us. Thank you very much, mate. That's very kind of you. My heart's racing. I mean, I'm obviously not in a podium place, but 0x on the Nordschleife. I think that's as good as a podium, isn't it? Oh, man. Right, we're not at the end yet, though. Oh, God. Like that corner, man, is just always giving you the creeps. Carousel, you think, oh, I could throw it in there a bit, and obviously you've got that grip, but no. Oh, dear. Oh, well, I can't believe that. Again, we're not right at the end yet, but we have potentially just got a 0x on the Nordschleife in a car that, until today, I have never driven. I tell you what, honestly, it's going to sound dramatic, and it will sound really dramatic. Before this race, because of all the iRating I lost, and a bad result I had in the VRS sprint, I was seriously contemplating, just thinking, you know what, I'm not good enough for this. I'm not good enough to sim race. I'm never going to be good. And I was just thinking, how much could I get for the sim rig? If I sold it, how much could I get? Just advertise it tomorrow, and I'll probably get like a couple of grand. 2.5 grand. But races like this, yes, it's easy to say everything's good when you have decent results, but like that is why I sim race. Like that was so much fun. Like yes, you know, it was a lonely race. We weren't battling, but unless you're lucky or you're just in an extremely level and competitive split, sorry. The Nordschleife just never really has bunched up racing. Once you get past the first lap, it's very rare to have a bunched up race. So, I mean, I can't really be too surprised. And I'm going to be interested to see just how many of the grid actually finished a race and how many like crapped out in the first lap and just disconnected. Right. Anyway, let's go look at the results. A 0x on the Nurburgring. If you would have told me that and said you would have finished dead last and got a 0x at Nurburgring, I'd have ripped your hand off. So to get a 0x and finish fourth, man, I'm delighted. It wasn't the best race in terms of, you know, wheel-to-wheel racing. As I explained, you're very rare, or you're very lucky, should I say, to get bunched up wheel-to-wheel racing on the Nurburgring. It just spreads out after lap one. It just spreads out so quickly that, yeah, it's really difficult to get that. But I'm delighted. Look at that, the 0.38 safety rating increase, which I so desperately needed. We are down to like 2.16. I really didn't want to fall below 2, because obviously if I'd have carried on and it would have continued into next week, I'd have potentially lost my B license. So delighted to get 0.38. It's given us a nice little cushion now. A 57 I rating increase, but look at that. Total score now 890. It's just unbelievable how unlucky I've been in terms of I rating loss recently. I don't want to say that's all luck, because obviously, you know, if your I rating does kind of reflect your skill as well, but I shouldn't be that low. We have had some bad crashes where, you know, as I say, crashed out at the start of the race, not been able to rejoin. So I finished last and you lose like 90, 80, 90 I rating at a time. That's happened twice. And then a bad result in the VRS sprint meant, yeah, we've lost about 250. I don't want to rush it, but if we can get a few more results like that, then obviously that would do nicely. But yeah, I'm really pleased with that in terms of any race around the Nurburgring is a good one for me. I'll always enjoy it, whether it's dead last or not. It's something very therapeutic about just driving around that. When you get it right and you're in the zone, it does just feel so satisfying to drive around. Obviously, you very nearly killed our car at, I think it was lap 1 or lap 2. No idea how we saved that. That was, I think, pure luck. I don't think it was skill, because by the time I reacted, we were gone. So yeah, we're lucky to have basically stayed on the track and not gone into a barrier. So the race could have been very different. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video, guys. If you did, please give the video a like. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. Hopefully we'll have some good racing next week. I appreciate this is probably the first time we've done something other than GT3 or MX5 racing for a long time. And I say I do have big plans for the channel, so look out for the more varied content going forward. This is the start of it, but yeah, if it could be more like that with the rest of the varied content, then fingers crossed. That'd be great. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.